Alright, you saw the title card. 8 national parks, 4 weeks, kind of. I'm not keeping timestamps or anything, I'm just documenting beauty and serenity and novelty. This vlog, if you want to call it that, will be quietly chaotic. You will see the western US and the Pacific coast through my shaky hands and mediocre camera skills, but you will see it authentically, genuinely, hopefully. You're going to be seeing me doing a lot of that for the next month. Okay, let's get into it. First stop, Yellowstone National Park. I only spent one full day here, but it was enough to see good old Faithful shoot 100 feet in the air. I'll admit, this footage would have been a lot more impactful if it weren't cloudy, if the impressive plumes of steam, reminders that I am, in fact, standing on top of a volcano, would contrast nicely with the sky. But we can't have everything that we wish for. Okay, taking a short trek south of Yellowstone, we're now heading to Grand Teton National Park. This is the part of my adventure where my body revolted against me, asking me why I'm sleeping in a tent in freezing conditions every night. I got a pretty severe cold, inhibiting me from taking on any extreme hikes. But even from the base of the Tetons, I can't really complain about that view. Bryce was a last-minute addition on my itinerary, and it ended up being my favorite national park of them all. It felt like I was on Mars, surrounded by crimson and burnt orange sandstone. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen.
Enjoy your travels.
You too? You're heading to Zion?
Yeah.
Same. So maybe I'll see you.
Oh, you're okay. I bet okay. We split when you go up to Yosemite and stuff. Then.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah, hopefully.
Take care.
Drive safe. From staring down at Bryce Canyon's beauty, I went straight to staring up at Zion's gargantuan wonders from its canyon floor. I felt so small, so encompassed in the rock that has existed long before me and will thrive long after I'm gone. It felt like a privilege to be there. Even more, it was a privilege to get to hike Angel's Landing, Zion's arguably most famous trek. Hiking along narrow ledges with steep drop-offs, holding onto chains and hugging the sandstone. This hike was a bucket list item for me. On to another canyon, this one a bit more grand. It's difficult to depict through words, and especially through a camera, just how vast the monument before me is. I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. Now for a little architecture lesson. This is the Desert View Watchtower found on the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Constructed in 1932, designed by architect Mary Coulter, the Watchtower is a National Historic Landmark, completely covered in Indigenous art and symbols. Its construction and design has many Indigenous influences from communities throughout the American desert. I thought its beauty, its history, deserved a spot in this adventure. Out of the canyons of Arizona and into the mountains of California. Vast sierras, winding roads, and monolithic trees make up Sequoia National Park. It felt like this park would go on forever. One of the most well-known attractions in Sequoia is, of course, the biggest tree in the world by mass, the General Sherman tree. Again, the camera does not begin to capture the size of this thing. Oh boy, Yosemite. Arguably one of the most popular national parks in North America, and for good reason. With the tallest waterfall in North America sprouting from the largest granite monolith in the world, this park is hard to beat. And while Yosemite Falls is marvelous to look at from below, the view from the top is even better. Now that's a pretty good view of Half Dome, but let's get you a better one. And as the sun sets on Yosemite, I prepare to head to my last stop. I wish I could transfer the smell of the redwoods through this camera. It is the freshest, greenest air you will ever inhale. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird. Despite my hair doubling in size from the sudden change in humidity as I camped along the coast, watching the waves rush towards the shore is a form of entertainment all on its own. I could sit here for hours. What a perfect view to end this trip on. Thank you so much for joining me.